Good afternoon and a very good day to all of you that are listening. My name is Rafi bin Abdullah, and I'll be beginning this presentation for my teammates. Please introduce yourselves, starting with Naeem.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Zulmaji Naim.
And my name is Hafi Iman.
My name is Abdul Haq.
And this is our team. We will be presenting about international human resource management and specifically about offshoring as a process. Next slide. So, introduction. So, offshoring is typically defined as the relocation of a business process from one country to another. This is typically done with operational processes such as manufacturing or supporting processes such as accounting. But recently, in the modern age, they've also been doing HR and admin work remotely through offshoring. Furthermore, there are many reasons that offshoring is conducted as a practice. First and foremost is because of a cheaper labor cost due to the third world countries being chosen for offshoring units being much cheaper to maintain as far as human resources go, as well as proximity to natural resources and so on. So next topic, please. The roles of IHRM in offshoring are plentiful. As you can see in our slides, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So the first one is recruitment and onboarding. This is pretty easy. Recruitment is the process of getting new employees into your organization, of finding new employees and candidates, interviewing them, hiring them, and so on. This is a very important aspect of IHRM and offshoring, because you need to recruit worthy members and contributing members of the employee workforce in order to proceed with your operational duties. Next up is benefits and onboarding again. As you may know, benefits are a very big part of a employee's remuneration. It goes from your traditional benefits such as healthcare and so on to your less traditional benefits such as maternity leave and extended vacation times and so on. Next up is on-the-job training. On-the-job training is a supplement to having already skilled workers. You need to constantly train your workers on a specific perspective to work with your company's processes. Carrying on, continued professional development refers to a broader sense of development for your employees. You need to train your employees not only in the specifics of your organization, but as a worker overall in order to improve their prospects down the line should they leave your company. It's a responsibility of the HR department to do so. Carrying on, ensuring legal compliance is a big topic. So legal compliance refers to the compliance of a company with its host nation's laws. So different nations have different laws regarding commerce, regarding employee management, and so on and so forth. As the HR department, especially on an international scale, you need to be mindful of these differences and make sure that you are always in compliance with the laws of the country you're operating within. And lastly, international employee assignment. This refers to the handling of your expatriates in other countries, especially in offshoring units. So when you move an employee from one country to another, you need to take care of them from a personal and a business perspective. To provide housing, schooling for their children, you need to take care of their immigration and so on and so forth. Thank you, that's all from me. I'll be passing on to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Naim. I will present about the benefit of offshoring and also the disadvantage of offshoring. The first point of benefit of offshoring will be the lower labor costs. So with the offshore service, organization can fully entire responsibility with decrease the labor price. This is especially essential for Labu Inters Group together with production and provide a job that lowering the labor price can also help reduce the working expenses, grow sales, and also maximize the sales. The next point will be 24 hours a week availability. So one of the offshoring benefit is the ability to perform 24 hours a week. Offshoring to a country in Asia like Vietnam, Malaysia, located in different time zone. So it can offer organization an extra benefit of having a maximum out of 24 hours a day. So the advantage of offshoring right here is which you get a greater responsibility carried out in the day and growing your normal productivity. The last point for the benefit of offshoring will be the new market exposure. So when you pass your business to another country, you may work closely with a person or expert who will let you marketplace your product to the new audience. So working with a crew of an incredibly expert worker can make a process is carried out more quickly. Next slide, please. This is the disadvantage of offshoring. So the first point of disadvantage would be the reduction in quality control, QC. One of the most serious problems faced by the company when offshoring is a reduction of the quality control in the production operation. This result typically less for legal regulation is the host country. This can severely damage a firm reputation, since the quality of the good offer is one of the most important factors in generating for the most company. The next point will be exposure to geopolitical unrest. So the third world countries that become the target destination for offshoring are often vulnerable to a geopolitical issue, such as protests, riot, and also war. This implied by worldwide problems such as ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. This event can be detrimental to a company offshore activity. Last but not least, for disadvantage of the offshoring will be exploitation of foreign labor. So for now, the most serious problem in the path of offshoring is the rampant exploitation of a foreign labor. This become a serious issue over the recent year. This put the company at risk of a lockout and closure. There should be any potential action taken against this country, especially if a larger one find the action to be unethical or harmful to them. That's all for the disadvantage and also the benefit of the offshoring. We'll pass to the next presenter.
Okay, this is my part, challenge and problems of offshoring. So medium, so I will explain about this. Okay, the first challenge is language barriers. Okay, for the language barrier is basically English is the universal language, because when we communicate English or any other language, because communication will be effectively, we can engage each other, can get stronger. But many foreign countries use English as an intermediary because it is very well widely spoken around the world. So sometimes we must did not understand well, because when we interrupt with other countries, such like Japan, such like US, British, or because they use their what do you call that, slang. So when we come to our country, it's very different. So when they come to our country, it's very different. To need to understand, because a multinational company must overcome this challenge in order to function efficiently on an international level by taking the language barrier between people, the national and other country. So we must take this as the important part. Then is cultural difference. One of the biggest challenge faced by our multinational company is culture difference. When we go anywhere country in the world, like India, Japan, Malaysia, Brunei, it's very different. Various nationality in their employment. Each country may have unique social and culture, custom, and their daily life, which can be adverse effect on unity with the organization. This due to misunderstanding, culture variation. For example, like when they come to our country, they see as a different. When we go to other country, also same. So we can put this serious issue. This is a normal one. So both of them they agree with each other belief. So it is up to human resource department to establish a middle ground this difference of method. So, and the last part of the problem is long distance communication. Okay, long distance communication is I will explain this, such as geographic distance between offshoring units can also affect communication between one another. This will make it difficult for management to reach these subsidiaries, often removing this possibility for direct linear management structure. This problem is especially relevant for more traditional organization. So this problem we must overcome because this method not too serious, but we need to take one example to we need to solve this. So then is overcome offshoring challenges in Malaysia. For the next part is collaborating with MDEC. The Ministry of Communication and Multimedia was founded in Malaysia. So digital transformation in Malaysia is programmed to empower digitally power business by driving investment in the sector. So this sector is very familiar in Malaysia. This through their associate programs, multinational company will able to address their language barrier, culture issue, because this association will help them to get better when they have a language barrier, culture different. So all these association will help them to improve their problem. Then the last part, which is next slide. Last not but not least, which is building a relationship with local university and institution. One of the most pressing needs for multinational company in the 21st century is highly skilled and knowledgeable workers, because we live in technology era, because our technology will develop year by year. So we need to improve this part, because we know all educated candidates, when they can indirectly aid in the building a healthy company culture within offshore unit. In addition, maintaining this relationship ensure ability of this talent pool to come may help expansion effect down the line. So this will building a strong relationship with local university and institution, because they need to get more knowledge. And the last part, which is offer global mobility opportunity. In our Malaysia country, they need some people went to working abroad our country or outside. This can be harnessed by multinational company by providing the global mobility option for their offshore unit. So one of corporates think that this can reduce the cost of recruitment and training in the long run by nurturing their in-house talent. When they're joining the offer global mobility program, they can increase their work skill, improve their communication skill, all the working skill. They need to be disciplined. Then all the candidate will learn more important matter. That's all for me.
Hello, have a nice day, everyone and Miss. So I will cover up for the recommendation. So for our first recommendation will be the choosing the right location. So the same maxim may be used to explain outsourcing in multinational corporations. The placement of offshore units is a critical component of its return on investment. As already we know, due to this, a business must always be aware of outside influence that may harm its offshore units, such as the global geopolitical environment, the accessibility of resources, or the host nation's legislative framework. To lower the risk of endeavor, choice must only be made after taking into account all of these considerations. So for the next following point is partnering with host countries. So government support may make the difference between a successful and unsuccessful campaign. A multinational corporation should ideally work closely with the host nation to ensure the success of an offshoring program in order to reduce friction and risk with their program. Having knowledgeable local advisor may inform the business about social and cultural differences, allowing them to develop a solution. So for the last recommendation, which is testing new markets. Offshoring can serve as a marketing experiment in new markets. Company might explore new markets by testing with advertising campaign through its outsourcing units. Furthermore, they can use this to inform future choices on growth. Lastly, the companies may increase the usefulness of their offshoring units and increase return on investment by doing this. So for the conclusion, in closing, this study provides an example of how offshore highlight the complexities of global human resource management. It prompts us to review the information we had learned about this subject earlier. Offshoring, which we feel is a highly realistic choice for internationalization in the present day and entails comparatively less risk than other options like a creation of subsidiaries is supported by the sources included in the reference list below. Before a corporation can fully benefit from this strategy, there are still few obstacles that must be cleared. This was the rationale for our decision to give the 3 suggestions we made while conducting the research necessary to finish this work. So that's all from our group, Rafi's group, and have a good day.